up, you guys? Aftershow Reacts here, and today I'm going to be reacting to some more Ally McBeal. This is Season 1, Episode 21. The idea is that we're going to be finishing Season 1 tonight, hopefully. Yeah. Last episode of Ally McBeal was actually a crossover episode with The Practice, so I watched the Ally McBeal episode, and then I watched the Practice episode. So if you want the conclusion to that story, like the axe murderer situation, make sure you watch that one. Definitely a different tone of show, and I do feel like, Ally herself was a bit more serious on the show. And it felt like a very different show, and the characters all felt different. It was very strange. But yeah, we got a conclusion to the story, and that was good, I guess. So yeah, now we're going back to more Ally, more lighthearted stuff, and yeah. So let's get into it. I wonder if we're going to touch on the stuff with the guy that got beat up, and I'm blanking on names.
Can you see it take me over?
No.
When I walk, I feel the bells. My trial march. New York. You try it. What do you feel?
You don't want to know. John, this is my roommate. This is somebody I love. This is her life. Her career is on the line here.
I know.
Right, so we are continuing with that.
We have to be ready, Ally.
Okay, I'm ready.
Focus.
Focus.
No distractions.
None. Oh! Thanks.
Focus.
Focus.
This road, walking the lines, spinning upright.
What's the plan? What are we gonna do?
Well, I thought I would open with a moment, be frugal with testimony, then close with my please summation.
What's that?
A slight regurgitation of the facts in a dismissive tone, followed by a please.
This is how you plan to keep me out of jail?
You're not gonna get jailed.
I know you get results with your strange little methods, but are you up to this?
I am.
How did the test go?
What test?
What test? You know everything that goes on in this office. Now is not the time to be out of the loop. Do you know what Georgia is doing in that bathroom, or do you only snoop for what you need to know? Hey.
Are we expecting?
I haven't taken it yet.
Why didn't you take it?
I'm only wondering. It's not like I was, I'm late for court.
Then while we were dancing, she oozes up sex again.
I have a slight throat irritation. With the court's permission, I'd like to click my objections.
Are you serious?
I have a whistle, but the click seemed less intrusive.
Oh.
Okay.
Your Honor, this man is famous for his little distraction tactic.
Sustained. Jury will disregard Mr. Kepler's last remark.
On the dance floor, she grabbed my buttocks. She grabbed him and gave him a squeeze. Then she
Okay.
asked me if I'm easily stimulated.
Then what happened?
She invites me back to her place for coffee. We start kissing. A hand goes here, a hand goes there. Then suddenly she slaps me.
Then what?
Well, I
That's
slapped
not
her
what
back.
happened.
I'm not proud of it.
You're omitting stuff.
But it hurt. In a reflex, I just slapped back. The next thing I know, I'm falling down, and that's all I remember. When I woke up,
He's omitting
paramedic
stuff.
standing over me.
She asked you to stop,
She asked me to take it a little slower.
and you wouldn't.
I was going more slow than she was.
But at some point, she said no and told you to get out.
What is that noise?
Sorry, Your Honor, I have some arch problems. I'm wearing orthopedic shoes.
Your Honor,
Let's just get on with it.
my hands weren't going anywhere hers weren't. And she was sending mixed messages.
Okay, hang on a
Mixed as in
second. Okay, mixed, yes, but she made it clear, and you should have left after that. You can't say that, I wasn't doing anything that she wasn't doing. That's fine. If you had issue, you should have said stop. So, the fact that she had issue and said stop, that's the difference here. You can't just say, you know, she did it. Why can't I do it? No.
Get out.
Objection.
Withdrawing, Your Honor. I'm troubled.
You call yourself lawyers.
Excuse me?
That was the most ridiculous.
He knows what he's doing.
He would be the only one. He's got shoes
Renee,
making
we
squeaks.
talked about
And this
this.
damn clicker, what the hell is that?
Renee, we told you that
Did
we
you
were
forget
trying
you
to
were
undermine the
representing me?
severity of the whole
Is this
thing.
how you
This
win
big
again?
plan.
The
You
ghost
have to
keeps
trust
us out
us,
of
Renee. We
jail.
are trying to set a tone here.
Hey,
Uh-oh.
got arrested, huh?
How did you know?
Oh, I got subpoenaed. The DA called me to testify against you.
If I'm pregnant, I'll find out soon enough, right? I mean, that's not something you can hide. You get fat.
Take the test.
You take it.
Georgia,
Look, they're not 100% accurate anyway, so why bother?
you're being irrational now.
Oh, well, let's think about something growing inside of you and see how irrational
Sometimes you remind me of Ally.
Baby. Excellent.
This is not a good sign.
No, it isn't.
What's wrong?
One of Ally's concubines has been called as a witness.
What relevance is that?
He's probably gonna... Great.
My stomach gurgles in times of anxiety. I don't bear any shame for it.
I'm surprised you don't use it in court.
Actually, sometimes I do. I can throw it.
You can throw it?
Like a ventriloquist throws his voice, I can throw my gurgle.
The strategy was to undermine the seriousness of it all. The strategy was not to turn this thing into a joke.
You have to understand, Renee, that
If the jury thinks we're laughing at this, it'll make them angry and they'll punish me for it.
I agree. And with any other lawyer than John Cage, I would say that you were right. But you have to remember that with John, it's not about winning the moment, it's about winning the day.
What does that mean?
That means that he does everything for a reason, so let's calm down.
I like that she has so much faith in him.
You do understand that any conviction at all, my career as a DA is over.
Of course we understand that.
I was really being set up.
By the defendant.
I'd slept with a roommate. That woman.
Co-counsel.
Yes.
This woman right here.
Yes.
You slept with her.
Twice.
You had sexual relations with her.
Yes.
Twice.
All right, twice. 1, 2, buckle my shoe, 2, twice, as in 2. All right?
Yeah, you don't need to, yeah, keep asking.
And he dumped me because I can't snowboard, and Renee, she gave him the penguin. That's a pink
Line.
line, yeah. Pink.
Line.
We're pregnant.
Oh boy.
Boy, oh boy.
You don't seem excited. How the hell would you know? He looks kind of excited. She looks kind of not. He looks happier than she does about it.
No cross at all?
He's not relevant.
Not relevant. He made a
He
slip.
made it look like it was, Renee. You penguined him. That's what happened.
I got a summons.
Oh, and you just had to do your civic duty, didn't you? You just had to waltz into court and announce that we slept together.
Had to tell the truth.
These poor people in the background.
And since when have you become a stickler for the truth, Mr. I'm leaving the country?
Hey, you admitted you were glad I lied because you wanted to go to bed with me and you wouldn't have.
You didn't know I wanted to lie when you served one up.
Oh, and you were real straight with me too, right? Like you're interested, nothing to do with the art class.
Oh, right.
Hey, we both know why you went out with me, Al.
Ugh, I don't date guys for giant schlongs, Glenn, and even if I did,
No, you
don't
didn't
fool
sleep with
yourself.
them
I have
once.
smoked cigarettes with bigger filters than your little BB.
Really? Now why don't you stand up in court and say that?
Because that's what you do. You go up in court and hurt people. That's your MO.
Who hurt who? Who pulled down my pants in the middle of the road and gave me a penguin? Who did that, huh?
Renee penguined you.
Oh, but you were part of it.
Nah.
Hello.
We do have choices here.
Absolutely.
What's that?
They're reviewing their choices.
Whatever you want to do, you know I'll support you.
Whatever I want to do? What I want to do about it?
We. So what do we want to do?
He's giving you the decision because
I
it's your body.
can't stop working. I mean, this is the time in my career. But when it comes to a baby in my stomach, your baby in my stomach, I can't even bring myself to say the A word, much less consider it.
I just can't wait to tell Ally.
Mr. Cage, the defense is ready to proceed.
We are, Your Honor. Defense calls Renee Raddick to the stand. Ms. Raddick, would you please, Your Honor, I've decided not to call Miss Raddick. I apologize.
You are not calling her?
Well, we don't believe it's necessary since the state failed to put on much of a case.
Objection.
Sustained. Mr. Cage,
I apologize, Your Honor. The witness is withdrawn.
you may
He is
step down,
such a
Miss
strange
Raddick.
lawyer.
Please, call your next witness then.
The defense rests, Your Honor.
She's getting really frustrated with him. This is just the way that he works, though.
Best putting on nothing. It's too weird, even for you. How can the defense lawyer not call any witnesses, not put on any defense?
Renee, you're upsetting him. Look at his smile.
No, I want to hear an explanation.
First, you'd make a lousy witness. You're hostile.
Then why put me up there in the first place?
Second, juries get suspicious of defendants who don't take the stand. Here, they get the impression you were prepared to testify, but it was I who stopped you. Third, I needed the right moment to announce they have a terrible case.
Why?
Because they have a wonderful case, and if we chose to put on a defense, we might reveal that we don't have one.
He's got some points. Although, I feel like they do have a case here, like, the defense. I mean, he fucking sexually assaulted her. What she did was in defense. I mean, she went a bit too far, but still defense.
I'm pregnant.
Really?
That's wonderful. Congratulations. Oh, you too.
Ow!
Hey. You okay?
I feel like that would make your nose
It
bleed.
didn't hurt that door. I kick it all the time. And
I just want to say, I went to the drive-in theater, and I came back to my car, and I opened my car up, and I was looking at the screen, and it hit me directly in the nose. Thank God I didn't break my nose, but my nose was bleeding more than the Mortal Kombat movie had blood in it. I'm just saying.
Like I should apologize or something.
For what?
I don't know. If things were the other way around, I might.
Why do you keep saying if things were the other way around? They're not the other way around. I don't want things to be the other way around. I happen to be happy with all of my happiness ahead of me, and if I seem upset, it's just that I find you rude.
Rude?
Yes, rude. You want to marry somebody else? Fine. You want you and me to work in the same firm? Fine. You want to bring her in here? Fine. It's all fine. But to get her pregnant, that's rude. And I am
It's his
concerned for
wife.
your child. It's tough enough to grow up in this world with any sense of manners. What chance does your child have with two rude parents?
I'm sorry.
I feel a little freaky that we're not more excited. I mean, it's a baby. We always wanted a baby. In time.
We're still absorbing it, Georgia.
Don't you think the catcher's mitt is a little premature?
People
It's just
react
the
to this
prop
kind of
getting more
news
excited.
differently.
Having a child, it's a selfish thing. Couples don't walk around wanting to give life. They say, we want a child. We want. It's a selfish thing. Not that it's not a good selfish, but it's selfish. Don't punish yourselves for not wanting to celebrate your greed here. And Georgia, you're entitled to melancholy. Your body's about to swell, distort, and treadmills aside. It'll never be the same. Don't beat yourselves up for not being excited here. Yet you're having a child. Be gone now.
He's like half right. I'm just like, that is like a whole bunch of information. It was okay. It was like it's a very pessimistic way to think of things, but it's kind of true. I don't know. I don't want kids.
One thing to bring a child into the world, but our world? She told me to pick a silly theme song that captures whatever pain I feel over Georgia getting pregnant with what's his name's baby.
It works. By picking a silly song, it helps trivialize the pain. But
Maybe I should just put on a pair of squeaky shoes. You know, everything isn't solved by turning things into big jokes, John. And I'm gonna say it again. This is my best friend in life on trial, and if she loses her career as a result of your clicking and squeaking and calling witnesses that you don't ask questions, I won't just not forgive you. I will hate you.
You're so harsh on him.
I'm sorry.
She's a girl. That's basically the defense here. Come on, she's a girl. Here's what happened. A trained kickboxer broke somebody's neck. She started the sexual assault. She started the violent assault.
No, she didn't start the sexual assault.
Now,
Hang on. No. She didn't start the sexual assault. He never made it clear that he was uncomfortable, okay? He never said no. She did. He started the sexual assault. Oh boy.
He'd be going to jail right now. No question about it. None. Same fact pattern in reverse. He's gone. But, hey, she's a girl.
Did she encourage him to make a sexual advance? Perhaps. Did she get him all worked up? I bet she did. Does she then forfeit her right to say stop?
No, she doesn't.
Please. It was a reflex. A man violently hits her, she hits back, and she's on trial? Please. Her own home, while under assault, she defends herself, and she's arrested? Say the word with me. Please.
That's a good case. It's a good
Jury's out.
speech.
Yeah, we got a pretty good instruction, so
And John was good.
please.
Well,
Silly theme song. Trivialize the pain.
Again, it's the same singer. I'm not a fan of the same singer all the time. To be honest, I'm not a fan of the singer. What is this? So his extraordinary playlist?
I'm dead. Now, this was all big fun, wasn't it? The clickers, the squeaky shoes. I'm gonna lose my job.
Let's not go there.
Stop being so pessimistic,
My
okay?
old friend is the big
John's
ship
good.
of fools.
Hey, nobody on that ship got arrested, Renee. You got arrested.
And then allowed myself to be defended by you. Maybe I am the fool. We had no case.
We tried what we
What
had.
about self-defense?
We had no case.
Self-defense.
You have a
When are
case.
you going to admit that? Now, Renee, you have a problem.
Oh, I'm not gonna listen to you tell me.
Yes, you do. I am your best friend, and you are going to hear this from me. Now, this sex is a power thing, and the way you joke about finding your esteem in your breasts, there's truth in that. Now, you walk around and you try to intimidate men with your sexual aggressiveness.
Don't give me
and
that.
the only guys
Just
who
listen.
respond, those are the guys you end up with, and those are the guys we both know you don't want. As somebody who loves you, you have a problem. And the reason John Cage didn't put you up on that stand, he knows that you don't get it. And you need to get it, Renee. You need to get it.
She has a point. To live as a female. You know, I hear a lot of stories about like a lot of females being like sexually, like most, they say that like every single female out there has been sexually assaulted in some way. I thankfully have not experienced that myself. Not that I could, like, not that I recognize that I have at least. But it's just really, really shit that's, like, that if that's true. Because, and I'm not saying that, you know, sexual assault is strictly for females, because males can be sexually assaulted too. It's just a horrible, horrible world.
John, I'm sorry. I was so I was wrong.
It's okay. I can pretend to understand.
Pretend?
I don't have a friendship on the level of yours with Renee, so it would be presumptuous of me to say I know.
Well, you have friends.
Yes? And if I were on trial, I'd like to think that somebody could be so invested he or she would behave as erratically as you have.
If you were on trial, I'd be there for you.
Yes, thank you.
When I was 11 years old, I started to develop. And I was the first girl in my class to get breasts. Kids, boys, they would grab at me, say things. My mother told me they liked me, teased me, because they liked me. I clung on to that one. I started using it, and it was easy. I can't bear it if a guy doesn't want to grab me a little. And then if he does grab me, I'm on that playground again.
This is ridiculous.
With a cord.
The
yes.
hell?
But I'm working on a power pack which will make it more functional. I call it the Cool Cup. Heat kills sperm cells. With refrigeration, men can actually stay more virile.
Please, turn it down some.
Fine. You are one weird duck. She's not pregnant?
Blood test was negative.
What?
I'm not pregnant. That home test was wrong.
I thought so.
Wow.
Well,
Negative.
it's for the best. I mean, I want kids, but
The timing.
the timing.
The jury has reached its verdict.
We have.
I'm gonna be so
Defendant,
mad.
please rise.
We find the defendant, Renee Raddick, not guilty.
Good.
This jury is dismissed. Thank you for your service.
Good. I mean,
Done.
look. They've won like every case, so I shouldn't be surprised, but I would be so pissed off if they lost this one. Ugh.
Done, Renee.
I'm sorry I doubted you.
Yeah, never doubt him. Never doubt the biscuit.
Thank you.
She's upset about it? How?
Are you okay?
Yeah, are you okay?
Oh, yeah.
Could you excuse us for a second?
Sure. I hadn't gone yet, but sure.
It's so stupid.
It's okay to feel
I
upset
didn't
about
want
it.
to be pregnant. I am not pregnant, but just thinking, even for one day, I feel
Loss.
Yeah, it's understandable.
Pregnancy turned out not to be real, Georgia. But the loss, that was real.
I feel so ashamed. Worrying about losing my income.
As scary as this thing was, looking at you as the mother of my child, that was everything.
That's a sweet sentiment to say.
We should probably tell everybody the test turned out negative because everyone in the office.
I'm sure it's taken care of. I told Elaine.
Oh.
See, this is sweet. Alrighty, well that was Ally McBeal, season 1, episode 21, titled Being There. You know, Renee was a little frustrating this episode, but I understand, like, she's worried about her career, worried about, you know, the results and everything, the verdict. So I understand that. But she's heard lots of stories about the biscuit and how good he is, so you should stop doubting that. I'm glad that we came to a kind of realization with her, and now I feel a bit more connected to her character. The stuff with Billy and Georgia was really sweet. It's no secret I don't like Billy that much because I feel like he steps out of line into an almost cheating territory. Some could argue that he's emotionally cheating. But this episode with them was really sweet. You know, they thought that they were pregnant and they weren't that excited about it. And then when they realized that they weren't, they were kind of upset about it. And that's, like, completely understandable. And people have felt like that in the past so many times. Like, Sometimes being told that you can't have something is something that really hurts. For example, I personally do not want kids. Ever, okay? And people have asked me, well, like, why don't you get, like, your tubes tied or something like that, okay? And then, I don't know, it's about, like, it's about the option, I guess. So it's like, even though I don't want them, doesn't mean I won't want them in 10 years' time or something like that. Just the option is nice, I don't know. And so it's like, being told that you can't sometimes makes you want. I don't know. I hope that made sense. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.